Hey TikTok, today let's dive into the 1619 Project. This book is quite extensive, so if you haven't already, I highly recommend listening to parts 1 and 2 before diving into part 3. In this section, the author addresses the concerning issue of incarceration rates among Black men. It highlights that Black men receive prison sentences that are, on average, 13% longer than those of their white counterparts. While Black individuals make up only 13% of the population, they account for 32% of the prison population, an alarming statistic that can be compared to modern-day slavery. The book also explores the Wilmington Coup of 1898, where white supremacists violently overthrew a multiracial government, illustrating the lengths to which some will go to maintain power. Another critical topic discussed is 40 acres and a mule, a promise made to newly freed enslaved Black individuals that was never fulfilled. This broken promise condemned many to live in dire poverty and ultimately forced them into sharecropping on the very land that should have belonged to them, perpetuating centuries of economic inequality. The Tuskegee Experiment, which took place from 1932 to 1972, is another disturbing subject covered in the book. During this time, Black men were subjected to unethical experimentation without their consent, as nearly 400 were infected with syphilis to study the untreated effects of the disease. This led to the tragic deaths of over 100 men and fostered a deep-seated mistrust in the healthcare system. The narrative then shifts to the Black Panther Party, founded by Huey P. Newton and Bobby Seale. The party emerged primarily to provide armed patrols against police brutality and to offer community programs such as free breakfast and health services. The book discusses how Barack Obama's presidency was often viewed as a symbol of the end of racism, creating a misleading perception of racial progress. However, it was merely one moment in the broader context of Black history. Finally, the discussion turns to the death of George Floyd, which sparked a nationwide movement uniting people of all backgrounds in protest against racism. This tragedy underscored the persistence of racial issues and paradoxically increased support for Trump, culminating in this insurrection at the Capitol. As we conclude the recap, the book emphasizes that the root of these problems lies in the lack of wealth, which directly impacts access to better health, housing, and education. Let's keep this conversation going. What are your thoughts? The last part of this recap, will talk specifically about economics. I wanted to focus solely on that to end this off. So don't forget to like and follow for more discussions.